헐, 차, 백, 컵. Ready, take! Ready, lift! Dead! Hut! Hey! Step!
And now I would like to invite the Air Force Commander who will come forward and have a few words with us.
Thank you for being here today. Brittany, Hiley, this is Julie Wynn. It's the rest of the beloved family and friends gathered here. On behalf of the men and women of the 22nd Airlift Squadron, I want to extend my heartfelt condolences. We could not be more deeply sorry for your loss. No words I say today can diminish the anguish we are all feeling. But I hope to convey to the family and friends here today three things. One, the incredible impact Tim made to our great nation. Two, the impact he made on the 22nd Airlift family. And three, how incredible of a person he was and the lasting legacy he will leave on each member of the 22nd Airlift Squadron. For those who don't know me, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Paul Pollock, Commander of the 22nd Airlift Squadron. The 22nd, or the Double Deuce, or the Muleys, as we are commonly known, is America's largest and among the most decorated airlift squadrons, with 200 members flying the C-5 Galaxy cargo plane. We are extremely proud of our mission, our heritage, and our camaraderie. Our squadron, our team, our family is comprised of the most talented and most incredible men and women America has to offer. And Tim represented the very best of all those things. In terms of Tim's incredible impact on our nation, he loved aviation and our airlift mission. He was known as a loadmaster's loadmaster, meaning that given the choice between flying a mission or paperwork in the office, he chose flying every time. And rightfully so, he was so good at it. In his 9 years with the 22nd, Tim amassed 2,994 hours, of which 602 were combat hours and 576 flights. He upgraded to instructor loadmaster with a 95% test average, becoming one of our top instructor loadmasters. And in our line of work, wearing the coveted instructor patch on your shoulder is not something everyone gets to do. Being instructor means you've reached the pinnacle of your aviation career. You have the awesome responsibility to train and mold tomorrow's generation of aircrew. Because of his expertise, Tim was extremely effective, and we often chose the most complex and important missions for him to fly. I want to share with you two of those instances out of the 100 he contributed to our nation. Unique to the 22nd Airlift Squadron is our space mission that supports NASA. We are the only squadron in the United States to have two specially configured airplanes capable of carrying satellites. Only our top instructors are selected to fly these missions, which require specialized training and quick problem solving. It's no surprise that we selected Tim to lead a 9-person team that delivered a $4 billion satellite to enhance weather forecasting of natural disasters. His second incredible impact occurred during Hurricane Maria. Tim's skill and work ethic were instrumental in the transportation of a quick reaction team that opened the austere field in Puerto Rico, distributing life-saving supplies and equipment to nearly 3.4 million people without power. His selfless efforts helped those most in need. And I know that resonates here, especially in the wake of Hurricane Michael. And while Tim's impact was certainly felt across the globe, his impact to each of us in the Double Deuce family was immeasurable. Inside the squadron, Tim was known as incredibly humble, as one of the hardest working loadmasters. In talking with his fellow loadmasters, it was often said Tim would do the work of two. Our chief evaluator loadmaster of the squadron said that if you're flying with Tin, you had to step up your game. He was the hardest working loadmaster he'd ever flown with. He made all of us want to be better aircrew by the way he carried himself. And he would almost always do it with a smile. That's true leadership. He was so good, in fact, that if you were on an evaluation or a check ride, meaning you were being tested, most loadmasters wanted to fly with Tin as their wingman. Why? Because he did the work of two and only made it that much easier for them. That was his selfless character. He was the quintessential teammate, incredibly hardworking, someone who cared more about his team than his own comfort. And he was extremely humble. As I mentioned earlier, to be an instructor in our community means to be the peak of your profession. No doubt Tin influenced his fellow instructors and peers to go the extra measure with speed and problem solving. But what struck me most about Tin was his compassion and way of connecting with our youngest loadmaster students. Many of our students arrived to the squadron fresh from high school, 19 or 20 years old. I had the opportunity to speak with 4 of them earlier this week, and they all spoke so highly of Tin. One said, he was very approachable, good at what he does. He created and fostered a good environment, and he made me feel like he trusted us. It's not unlike the memories of your favorite teacher in school compared to the teacher you just wanted to avoid. Being a new airman at your first duty assignment in a large squadron can be intimidating. Tin went out of his way to put the students at ease, and they loved him for it. They admired his love for music, his mixing of beats, and how easily they could relate to him. Another young student said to me how he carried himself, his love of his job. Seeing that instructor patch on his shoulder, he inspired me to want to be an instructor just like him. He was the instructor all the students wanted to fly with because they understood he was one of our very best, and he cared for people. And that care and love extended to his family. One of Tin's closest friends, who's here with us today, explained that when he thinks of Tin, he thinks of someone who put his family first, a good husband, a good dad, someone who would take every opportunity to be on the phone with his family when he was far away. I can personally attest to his love and longing to be with his family. Last fall, I flew a mission with him about the time of Hurricane Michael. And all Tin could do was talk about his family and how much he wanted to be here to help and be by their side. Fortunately, we were able to get him here, but I'll never forget his desire to be next to his family. Tin was an incredible person who will leave a lasting legacy on the 22nd Airlift Squadron family. There is a quote by Maya Angelou, the American poet and singer, that speaks to one of life's hidden truths, especially in military service and in leadership. Quote, "I've learned that people forget what you will say. People may forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Tin went out of his way to help others because it was part of his generous and giving character, to treat everyone with the utmost respect and make them feel good. If there was some earthly comfort we can feel today, I believe it's Tin's lasting impact to the many lives he touched. So many looked up to him as a role model. He led not by words, but by actions. Our students, our frontline supervisors, his friends, all of us, all 200 of us, will carry his lasting legacy of excellence and compassion for generations to come. Tin, I will miss you, buddy, and so will the entire Double Deuce family. May your memory be everlasting, and may you rest in peace.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. Those words, this is let us know more about our brothers. And now at the moment, we bow our head to salute him and also to pray for him the last time before we lay him to rest.